Hey my baby dolls, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I got something new for you babies as always. But before we start this video, I would love to talk about this wig. This wig here is by WIGBUY, The Secret of Instant Beauty. Now this wig did come pink. I did not dye it or anything like that. It came exactly like this color. Also, the length of this unit, it didn't have like a 10 inch like the number of the inch of this unit. It just said mid length. Pink color, straight human hair, lace front wig. This is a human unit. I did end up cutting this unit a little bit shorter. The unit already came short. It was mid length, but I made it a little bit more choppy. This wig is nice and soft and bouncy. I didn't have any tangles, no shedding at all. The only thing that I don't really care for is the lace. I would go in and pre-pluck it, but it doesn't give you enough parting room to even make a part. So that's the only thing I do not like. But let's just get right into this makeup. First things first, as always, I always start on my brows. I am using the NYX Brow Pencil in the color Expresso. For my brows, I am going to use the concealer by Maybelline, the Fit Me Concealer in the color Honey. And then for the top of my brows, I use the shade Carmel. Now I'm taking the concealer Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Medium just to put all over my lid before I apply my eyeshadow, of course, just to prime it and just set it all into place. Now you all know I love my Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder in the color Translucent. This is my favorite powder to use to set my concealer, and that's all that I'm doing. I'm just setting my eyelid into place so that my concealer or the eyeshadow doesn't crease. For my transition shade, I'm using the color Scope in the Black Radiance contour palette. I always use this shade no matter what eyeshadow look I do. And I'm just taking my time and blending it all out. Like I always say when I'm doing my eyeshadows, just take your time and just blend and build the colors. Just take your time. If you kind of like rush into it, it becomes a mess. But the key to eyeshadow is just making sure everything is blended and you're taking your time. for this eye look, I am using the Colored Rain Smoke Show eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the shade Flammable in this palette. It's like a nice matte brown. I'm taking this color right into my crease. I'm not really trying to lose my transition shade. I am going to be going back and forth with the color, so you'll of course see me doing that. I'm just taking it mostly into my crease. Now the next shade I'm taking in this palette is called Torch. This is a brown too as well, but it's darker. It's like a chocolate brown. The other shade that I used was Flammable. That was more of a brown too, but it was like more on the like red tone brown side. So I'm just building that color Torch into the crease too as well, making sure I'm not losing my transition shade color. So here I'm just making sure I didn't lose anything. I'm blending everything out so all the colors can come together. I just went back with my transition shade and blended everything into place. So for my eyelid, I chose to use the Naked Eye shade in the palette. This color is plain. It's basic. It's just a natural color that I'm just going to put on the eye to make the eyelid pop. And I also realized that this eyeshadow, I don't know, it just wasn't working out. This is my first time using this whole palette in this video. I realized that the Naked Eye shade was very like patchy. It came out very powdery. It didn't stick to the eye that good. It may not show like that in the video, but it definitely was doing that to me. I seen it. So yeah, it's very patchy. I don't know why it's not really sticking down, but this shade in the palette is really not that good. I probably should have used some concealer then laid it down. I don't know. I tried using my fingers to see if my fingers would work, because maybe like the brush won't apply it as good, but nothing worked. It's very patchy. So then I went in with my favorite black eyeliner, this liquid eyeliner by NYX. It's matte and it's so good. Like y'all have to get this eyeliner. I got mine from Target, and all I'm doing is just doing my nice little wing. My wing may be a little too long for y'all, but I love my long wing eyeliner, so you do not have to do this. So for lashes, I believe I used the PinkyRose Cosmetics lashes. I doubled 2 lashes together to give it a dramatic look. Of course, I'll have it down below. And for foundation, I used my Kat Von D. As you can see, I broke the bottle. So it's the Kat Von D foundation in the shade 71. For concealer under my eyes, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Carmel. to brighten up under my eye, I love to use the LA Pro Conceal in the shade Creamy Beige. This is just an extra step that I love to do because I like to have a nice highlight in certain places, like under my eye, forehead, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, and on my chin. And to set, of course, I love to use the Rimmel London Pressed Powder Stay Matte in the color Translucent. So for under my waterline, I'm going to use the shade Flammable. So I tried using something new to sculpt out my contour and bronzer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Medium. I did run out of my BADDIE, the one I always use. I kind of liked it, but I feel like I need a deeper shade. Now the BADDIE one is close to like my foundation shade. It's a little bit more darker. This one is way lighter, so I may go back and get a darker shade. That's the reason why I love that powder, because it's like the same color as my foundation, so it just blends way better. As you can see, it has like that little residue left, like that ashy look. So I am going to go in with my NYX matte finish spray and just make sure I take all that powder ashiness away. And I went in with the Laura Geller Sparkle Mist just to take all that powderness away, honey. That got to go. So here I did apply some blush. This is the NYX Duo Blush in Contour little palette. It's a contour and blush set, and I used the blush color to just give a little bit more color to my face. I normally don't use blush and I forgot about it, so, and it's really pretty, so I end up using it for this look. And for my highlight, I used the Laura Geller highlighter in the shade Gilded Honey. Now for my lips, which is my favorite part, I'm using the Kat Von D lip liner in the color Crucifix. Here I'm taking the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the color Lace Detail. Now I know a lot of Instagram baddies love to overline their lips to give the look of their lips being more fuller and, you know, juicy. So I love to do that too, regardless, because my lips are little. So that's what I'm doing here. I just made my lips look more fuller. And then I just topped it over with some regular clear gloss. I got this from my beauty supply store. I love Beauty Supply clear lip gloss, y'all. They have the best gloss, okay? And that's it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this Instagram baddie look. You all know how the Instagram baddies do they makeup. I did something similar. This is kind of how I do my face on a regular basis, but yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you baby dolls in my next video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and like, share, subscribe. Love you babies. Mwah.